Berwick Mitsubishi. My name's Tim. Today we're going to be doing a walk around video of our Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. We're going to go through the condition of the body of this car as well as the interior and a lot of the features as well. Being a Jeep Grand Cherokee, this has got a lot of features. So we'll start on the outside of the car. First thing that stands out on this car, as you can see, is a really big bright white paint job against the black accents. So I'll point out some of the features to you starting at the front. You've got your daytime running lights around the outside here, as well as down here on the SRT in the body kit. That is not standard on the other Grand Cherokees, just the SRT. This car, being a Jeep, does have the 7-slot front grille, which is standard on all Jeep models, because Jeep do that because they were the first car to ever drive on all 7 continents on Earth. So every car that they release has got the 7-slot in the front grille as well. Down here, you got your little fog lights and some chrome accenting as well to sort of stand out against the black, and it's a really good contrast between the black and the white. But body color coded front sensors as well. Down here you've got your I don't know how well you can see it, but this is your adaptive cruise control. So you can actually set the cruise control, and as you approach another car, the car will slow down automatically and match the car in front. On the hood up here, we've got some nostrils as well. It's a nice black against the white of the car, but it also helps control the temperature in the engine bay. Move around to the side here, you'll see this car has got the Spider Monkey rims as well as big 4-pot Brembo brakes. This looks like a brand new tyre. It's still got its little stubs on there. If it's not brand new, it's very, very close. It has got awesome tread on it. You got your flares from the body kit around here, as well as a little bit of plastic to help protect the rest of the paintwork from stone chips. Speaking of stone chips, I'll point out any of the ones that I can see here, same with any scratches. Here we got a Hemi 6.4 litre badge. Being the SRT, that's the engine that it's running in it. I'll run through a bit more of that a little bit later when we look under the hood. Color-coded side mirrors here, as well as built-in indicators. Big chrome Grand Cherokee badging on the bottom here, just above the nice styled side skirt here. Now with the Grand Cherokees, it is standard to have keyless entry and proximity locking. So on this car here, we do have 2 keys. I'll demonstrate how that works. We got this little black button here. When I push it, as long as the keys are close, it will lock the car, and it will indicate doing so with having the lights flash. All you got to do is grab the handle and it unlocks again. Very, very good feature. Now moving down the rest of the car, you'll see this car does have tinted windows. Looks brilliant against this bright white paint job. It's just such a very good car, and the paint is in immaculate condition. Like I said, any sort of marks I find, I'll point out. So I've found a little stone chip here on the door. That's the first major mark I found coming down the whole side of the car, with near brand new tread as well. And the paintwork is just in excellent condition. It's just very, very well looked after car. Coming around to the back now, you've got a tow bar fitted to this car, as well as your dual exhausts. And once again, the theme of the black against the white is apparent here. Body coloured rear sensors as well as the camera. Now on the key, you've actually got a button. You can press it twice. Oh, I did it one too many times there and messed up the sequence, but the boot opens itself. In here they have fitted the cargo mat to protect under here, and underneath the back here we have our spare tyre with all the tools. It's very handy. It's a nice sturdy backing here, so you don't have to worry about throwing things in the back. You do have your subwoofer in the back here, as well as 12-volt socket, and the button over this side to close it down. Cargo blind here for privacy too. So if you press this, don't know how well you can hear it on the camera, it will beep 3 times to warn you that it's coming down, and then the boot will lower as it comes down on the back here. Now also here, I forgot to point out, a little bit of black around the tail lights to really make them pop and stand out. Now coming around to this side, your fuel cap is just above the rear passenger tyre. Once again, practically brand new tyre with Spider Monkey wheels. A little bit of gutter rash on here, but there's not really much here going on with the car. A couple of stone chips down on the side skirt, but otherwise, yep, no, the car is in brilliant condition, and this paintwork it's a really nice canvas. Last wheel to look at, we got a little bit more gutter rash here. If there's going to be gutter rash on any wheel, it's usually this one, and brand new tyre as well. Like I said, I'll point out any marks to you just so you know you can really see what's going on with this car. We'll look under the hood of our Grand Cherokee SRT, and this is the whole point of this car. This is just magic under here. When we open up the hood, it reveals our 6.4 litre Hemi engine, which is built by Chrysler, and it's such a powerful engine. It puts out 344 kilowatts as well as 624 Newton meters of torque. Behind this monster of an engine, we do have our 8-speed automatic gearbox, which means the transition between gears is just seamless and so smooth as well. This has also got the Chrysler fuel saving technology, so when you're cruising on the highway, it will cut off 4 cylinders and only operate with 4 cylinders at a time, really saving you money on fuel. So you being such a big car with a big big V8, it is such an awesome feature to have. This car can go from 0 to 100 in 4.9 seconds, meaning it's got, yeah, just the drivability of it is insane. There's nothing else like this on the market. Moving now to the interior of our Grand Cherokee, this is where all the features are, and this is going to take a little while just to go through everything this car has to offer because it just offers so much. Starting to my right here, we do have the button which will fold in the side mirrors. Really helps with parking, or if you do decide to take it off-road, it is capable. Most people don't. You can fold them in to sort of squeeze in. You can also adjust your left and right mirrors here as well, up and down, which really helps with positioning mirrors. You don't have to lean across the car to do it. You got your door locks down here as well as your electric windows. Then down a little bit further, we've got memory seats. So you can actually set the seat to remember 2 different positions. So if people have 2 different drivers, you can just press the button and it will automatically fix the seat up. It saves with a lot of fiddling as well. Down here, you've got your headlight control. This does have automatic headlights, which saves you having to remember to turn your headlights off when you park. Now, if I turn the wheel just to the left here, you'll see it's only got 1 stalk. Now, this is your indicators as well as your front and rear wipers, all on 1 control arm. Very simple, very easy to use. Does have the SRT racing steering wheel here with paddle shifters as well, which makes driving just really, really fun. You got your standard cruise control buttons to the right here, as well as I mentioned before, the car's got adaptive cruise control, so you can set that here as well, how close to the car in front you want to set. On the left hand side here, we've got directional buttons, and what that will do is it will cycle through all different displays, which we can have in the middle of the screen here. There's just so many options. I could sit here for ages and just cycle through all the warnings, like, you know, your range of fuel, your tire pressure, just stuff like that, as well as the speedo. You can either have a number or a dial, whichever you prefer. Just down from that, we've got our Bluetooth buttons for our phone. We can answer or hang up calls, as well as our voice control. Now, this car does have full voice control. You can get it to set directions, as well as call people when you have your phone paired to it, as well as set radio stations, which is my favorite feature. So if I press this, 104.3 FM.
Tuning to 104.3 FM.
And then the radio station is changed. So just driving, hit the button, tell it what radio station you want to listen to. It does it all for you. It's just, you can't make anything more simple than that. Down with your left foot, you do have a foot release park brake. Very easy to use, just it clicks right in, and the vehicle is nice and secure. Now, moving to the center here, we've got our giant Uconnect touchscreen. Now, this system does offer a whole lot of features, from radio to your Bluetooth streaming, CD player, auxiliary. I'll show you where those ports are in a minute. Then next, you've got your controls for your heated seats, as well as front ventilated seats. So you can actually get fans to operate in the seats to circulate air on your lower back, so you don't get that real sweaty build-up on hot days, and it just makes driving even more comfortable in such a great car, as well as a heated steering wheel. So the steering wheel will warm up. Cold days, very, very handy. Now, onto your climate control here. It does have dual zone climate control. It's got touchscreen settings, as well as dials down here to operate, so everything will do the same thing twice. You can have 2 different temperatures, but then as soon as your passenger gets out of the car, you just hit the sync button and then it will match to the driver's side, which is just an awesome feature as well. Then next up, you've got your navigation. Just note how well and how quickly the screen is responding to the touches that I'm using. It's no lag, so easy to use, just no real hard pressing either. So this car does come with navigation too. When you pair your phone, you've got all your phone settings as well. And then in SRT apps, you've got performance pages as well. So while that fires up, that just goes through things. It'll even tell you the G-force against the car while you're driving, which is very interesting to know. And it will go through all performance and engine type dials as well. So we'll just let that. Yep, there we go. And it's even got the white car. It actually matches. I did this on a red car the other day, and it had a red Jeep there, so it actually matches the car that you're driving. Now moving down from that, down here we've got our collision warning, which is turned off at the moment. So if the cruise control thinks you're going to bump into the person in front of you while cruise control isn't on, it'll actually beep at you and warn you, which is very handy. You've also got traction control and parking sensors, which you can turn off. In under here, you've got a little bit of storage, as well as your auxiliary USB and SD card, and a 12-volt socket in here as well. Now that closes and it just blends it back into the rest of the car. 2 cup holders, as well as your 8-speed transmission with your T-shifter. Now with this, if you just pull it back a little bit, it'll go into reverse, and we see how clear our reverse camera is and how you have the guidelines here, which will tell you where the car's going to go, and that makes reverse parking even easier again. Now to go into drive, all you do is press the button, pull it all the way back and let go, and the car goes into drive. Same thing, back into park. Just down from that, we've got our little dial here. Now there are a couple of different modes, as well as launch control here. So you can set it to sport, track, or snow mode, or towing, and that just helps work with the transmission and the engine and where the power's going best for the appropriate situation. So that's just simplified. It makes driving the car so much easier. In the center console here, you got your CD player, as well as another 12-volt socket as well. Close this, and it is a nice leather-wrapped center console lid. Now looking around the rest of the car, you'll notice this has got the SRT seats with the suede type finish in the middle and the leather on the outside, as well as all the carbon fiber style finish around the outside of the car. Now panning around the car, you will notice that it does actually have a sunroof. All of these model SRTs that came out with the dual panoramic sunroof actually also have the sound system upgrade. So this does have a 19 speaker sound system, which just sounds awesome. It won't do it justice showing you on the video, so I won't turn it up now, but you actually have to hear it to believe how good it is. Just having a look at the service history here, the car has done 95,000 Ks, and it looks like it has got, it's got full service history, all done up here, all the way up to 95,000 Ks. We performed an intermediate service on it now, so it's not due for another service for a little while yet. Thanks for taking the time to watch our walk around video of our Grand Cherokee SRT. Now, you really have to come in to see for yourself what great condition this car is in, and why the Jeep Grand Cherokee is the most awarded SUV ever. If you have any questions, please give us a call on 9907 0555, and one of our staff will be happy to help with your inquiries.